CHRD's new report exposes details about the Chinese government's arbitrary detention of prisoners of conscience between 2019 and 2024, and the findings are shocking. In these years, at least 1,500 people across the country have been arbitrarily detained and sentenced for peacefully exercising or advocating for human rights. The charges in these cases are baseless, violating the Chinese government's domestic and international human rights obligations. The sentences are severe. Prisoners of conscience received an average sentence of 6 years, rising to 7 for national security charges. The most extreme punishment included 3 sentences of death, 2 life sentences, and 48 sentences of over a decade in prison. Our findings echo a long-standing concern set out by the United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention, but the scope and scale of wrongful detention is so great that it may constitute a crime against humanity. Beijing's crimes should concern people inside and outside the country. To end this problem, we recommend that the Chinese government immediately drop all charges against and release those detained for advocating or exercising their human rights, that other governments call for independent international investigations into these arbitrary detentions as a crime against humanity, and that the Human Rights Council convene a special session to examine the human rights violations by the Chinese government and establish an independent UN body to monitor the human rights situation in that country. Human rights defenders across China are among the few who dare to stand up to these abuses. They fight for justice, for women's rights and labor rights, public health and transparency, issues that affect us all, and we must act to support them now.